First it was NBA YoungBoy Gravedigger Mountain. And now Tommy G got Alabama's Meth Mountain. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. Meth Mountain? Meth Mountain. Let's see what's going on. Something on.
And then they put a gun to his back and said, let's go.
When you dive into rural communities around America, you come to discover that meth is remarkably easy to find. For the last few decades, American communities have been flooded with amphetamines. Let me take you up to speed on how this came to be. Meth was first synthesized in 1893 by a Japanese chemist. Over time, it became prescribed by doctors to help with things like weight loss, narcolepsy, and asthma. Due to its ability to keep soldiers...
I would never do no meth or crack or none of that. Never even thought about it. I don't even drink.
Awake and wired, it was the drug of choice for World War II combatants like Japanese kamikaze pilots and German blitzkrieg troops. For the years leading up to the 1980s, the flow of amphetamines was in large part controlled by motorcycle gangs like the Hells Angels. However, in the 1990s, Big Pharma took over as the leading supplier when they created drugs like Adderall and Ritalin. These drugs are chemically similar to meth, and they are prescribed by doctors to millions of American youth to combat things like ADHD. So much so that a 2016 article by the New York Times referred to millennials as Generation Adderall. This trend made Big Pharma billions of dollars.
Generation
For today's
Adderall.
story, we go explore Meth Mountain, a place in Alabama that earned its name due to the amount of meth labs and meth users. All of what you are about to see are for educational purposes only. We're here in Gadsden, Alabama, and we're waiting for our local contact, Lauren, and I just have a feeling she's pulling up in a pickup
local
truck.
contact?
What is this place known for?
Just a regular neighborhood.
When I first talked to you, you thought I was going to be asking you for money. Are there a lot of sketchy people asking you for money these days?
Yeah.
Has that increased a lot in the last few years?
Yeah.
Do you feel like the Biden administration is watching out for the people of Gadsden? Do you feel represented?
No.
Yes.
If Trump
never
came
mind.
back into office, how would you feel about that?
Tell you the truth, I feel bad.
Why is that?
He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do.
Where the
Might
heck
sound like
are
a
we right
grandma.
now?
Atala.
Atala?
We're at Atala here, Gadsden over there.
Were we just in kind of a sketchy area?
Very sketchy. That's why I didn't even think about that Walmart, because I don't ever go to that Walmart.
And what percent of locals do you think know it as Meth Mountain?
Everybody.
So from what I understand, you have to be pretty smart to figure out how to make it. Like, it's not an easy thing to make.
I've never tried to make it, but I know people who have made it. I mean, it's chemistry and a lot of math and a lot of knowing what mixes together and what doesn't.
Because if it goes wrong, things can go kaboom.
For real?
Just feet from flames, a group of people
Word?
rushing to get back. They believe people were cooking meth at the house. Something got out of hand, sparking flames, which then ignited several propane tanks, causing the Big Bang.
Oh.
Quickly.
And are there places around here that have blown up from a meth lab gone wrong?
Oh yeah, we've had the fire department has had to respond to several. They will be busting a lab when the people run. Everything kind of turns, knocks over, things mix, causes it to blow up. And then they have another kind that's different than an actual lab. It's called shake and bake, and you add everything into a 2-liter and shake it.
Okay. What percentage of people in this area you think are into meth? So what got you into it and what got you
40%?
out of it?
Might as well say
Well, I'm from
50 at that
Kentucky,
point.
So for me, it was opiates, Oxycontin.
Wait, what he said? Was she on it too? Was she on the meth?
Kentucky. So for me, it was.
Got you into it and what got you out of it?
What?
Well, I'm from Kentucky, so for me it was opiates, Oxycontin. It was $2 a milligram, so just one 80 milligram was $160.
How long would that last, buddy?
I mean, I would have to have 4 or 5 a day. So
Fiend.
I was about to say, yeah, that's what I was gonna point out. You'll see a lot of that covering up a lot of windows.
That's pretty popular here.
Yeah.
Racks on the nigga all blue like bonnets. When I ran it up, I ain't even have an option. He say he won't smoke, now his ass in the coffin.
Where are we right now? Here.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Music, I don't know, man. Am I tripping? Like, Music kind of trash now, for real. Like, really the same thing. Like, people talk about the same thing. Bro. It's like you hear a new song that come out, you feel like you heard it 10 times already, but it just dropped. Like, I don't know. Am I tripping?
No, you'll see a lot of that covering up a lot of.
I feel like that song right there. I feel like I heard that mad times, but I never heard it before. If you know what I mean, like.
Popular here?
Yeah.
Racks on the nigga all blue like bonnets. When I ran it up, I ain't even have an option. He say he won't smoke, now his ass in the coffin.
Where are we right now?
Here, just outside of Tallow, Alabama, community called Sand Valley.
Some of the locals told us this place is also known as Meth Mountain to some people.
That's Meth Mountain.
You're a firefighter, I take it.
Yes, sir.
Is that where a lot of your calls are for meth related?
Or Meth Mountain.
That's what's crawling through the town?
Yeah.
How recently has that changed?
Within the past 2 years.
How long have you been a firefighter for?
25 years.
Wow.
Okay, have you ever gone to a call where a meth lab blew up?
Yes.
Tell me a story that comes to mind.
I was probably that had the whole end blowed off of it. Had a female that was burning the place down.
Being a fireman sounds nice, but I imagine some of the things you have to see are pretty tough for a man to see.
Oh yeah, I have PTSD from it.
What do you think could be done to help the fentanyl and meth crisis that's hitting here, but also hitting so many places in America?
Close the borders.
Why do you think the borders are as open as they are right now?
Because the politicians got more worried about their money getting in their pockets than they're about the citizens.
Everyone kind of feels like they're getting by the government right now. Do you feel that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody.
Money's low, prices are going up.
Everybody feel like that. Come on.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Question it is.
If we just see people out and about, you think people are pretty open to chatting, or do you think we should be careful?
Be careful.
Yeah?
Be real careful.
And what makes you say that?
I went on calls before and had guns pulled on me.
Even though you're a fireman helping?
Yeah.
Well, I'm wearing my fast shoes today.
Exactly. Keep them tight.
Thank you.
For Christmas 2023, one lucky person's going to end up with a present way too big to fit under their Christmas tree. That 2023 limited mega cab Cummins and a check for $50,000 is going in one lucky person's driveway this Christmas.
What type of scan commercial this is?
LG and D40.
We're stopping to check out some of the abandoned places here. Bullet holes in the church door.
Bullet holes in the church door.
I almost think this is a symbol, a greater symbol of like the church falling and the church collapsing and drugs taking over. I think America used to be a much more Christian place, and agree with that stuff or not, it kept people on a certain path in life. And when Nietzsche said God is dead, the question that comes after that is what replaces God.
I'm a rapper. I'm a freestyle rapper.
Oh,
actually
really?
Just got done in my barrel.
That was the dude we heard
Yeah,
earlier?
this is actually one of the most
So that's
darkest
it sound
parts
like
of the
him
valley.
right
Right over there on that property, there was a double homicide and a suicide. Ever since then, every time somebody tries to build over there or something goes on, they always leave. Right over here, there used to be rituals and stuff on this road. We call it Party Road. And there used to be actual, like, demon worshippers that would have rituals in the circle.
Oh, nah, they on some. They on something
They blocked the
else.
trail off, but there used to be patterns and stuff up there, and you can see all kinds of creepy stuff where they've done rituals.
This seems like a place where kind of just strange things happen.
Yes, all the time. Actually, a red house down the road is about 4 houses down on the left, and they actually worship Satan.
Wait. We're just down the street from some Satan worshippers?
Yeah,
Never.
and we love Jesus. We're Jesus worshipers. And that's a red house that's kind of on
Better
a hill.
get up out
It's
of
like
there.
4 houses down on the left. If you swing by on Halloween day, they'll be outside all day in these little masks, like dancing and singing and all kinds of stuff.
Nah, they on something else.
We're going to a meth lab that blew up. We just was driving by and it's here. This is like hills have eyes a little bit, like eyes are on you. Someone's ready with a rifle to shoot you.
Bitch pink BBS in my ring, really water like a sink. 40 racks in my jeans like a nigga ride a brink.
When a meth lab blows up, tell me about what happens and what you've heard about.
Most people are wearing synthetic clothing now. It melts with the skin. You can't pull it off.
So people's clothes melt to them.
Melt to them. They can't get it off.
That's
it
crazy.
literally just burns with the skin.
It sounds horrible.
If we kept driving, we would probably see several other places like this.
All right, folks, we just got invited to a music video, so we're going to go check it out. You guys are shooting a music video today.
Not today. We're actually just preparing the scenery back here. It's not like, some fancy music thing. It's actually where he started out rapping and stuff like that.
So what's the idea? What's the concept for this one?
Now, during the days, you can catch me at 11 o'clock our time, and I'll be rapping in this barrel, freestyling, and it'll be filled with water, and I'll be dunking in it. If people send a certain gift, I'll dunk it while I'm rapping and come back out of the water still rapping. Sometimes I'll be diving in. It's crazy. Trying to make a music video that's kind of combining that, because this is also the root of where it all started.
Okay.
And we're gonna try to spice something up. Now, I did used to live here in this camper. This is actually his family's property. Right after high school, he actually let me move my camper, and my dad got me on his property because my family was splitting up.
Is this a tree fort or deer stand?
That's actually for the swing.
Oh, wow. You want to do the thing? You want to show him the thing?
Yeah. I be getting to the money, bitch. I got a bag on, got a stress.
I be getting to the money, bitch. I got a bag on me, gon' set. What he said?
I be getting to the money, bitch. I got a bag on, got a stress.
I be getting to the money, bitch. I got a bag on, got a stress. Okay. I got a bag on, got a stress.
Got real killers in the set. I want you should come and test. I ain't talking about
Brother, you could join a circus, huh?
Yeah.
Are we in the holler right now?
We're in the valley.
Okay.
We're in
what
the valley.
makes something a holler?
So deep that no matter how loud you holler, nobody's gonna hear you. I actually used to work at McDonald's when we lived here. Well, we started getting so good on TikTok that really didn't have to work for McDonald's anymore. And then they flew us out to LA.
Hey man, I'm gonna have to start getting them. People really blowing up off that too quick. Like,
hired us, and so now we work full-time TikTok. That's what we do. I'm live streamer.
How is that?
It's awesome. It's great. It's been about 4 or 5 months that we've moved out. Me and my bro Wes. We got our spot right up the mountain, in the Meth Mountains.
Is it, you do local like that?
When I was in like high school, I heard that a lot. I never got into that, and I'm not gonna lie. Before I was 20, I was on a dark path. You know, I grew up without a dad. I didn't meet him until I was 20, and my mom was gone all the time working. Kind of did what I wanted, and I did fall into drugs, but I never did that. It was more like hallucinogens. And then I got saved by a higher power. It wasn't by a man, it wasn't by a book or a church. It was by a higher power. I accepted that. Now I'm living a different life.
What does rent go for around here?
$200 or $300 a month. It really just depends on who you find.
they out there living good too. What? For how many bed? Like one room or something? Yeah, that's valid.
You know, somebody that owns another house and they're willing to let it go for that, you know.
That's crazy cheap. Like, I've never seen a place that I can get for $200 or $300 a month.
Right. So normally what it is people come through with comments and they comment random words, but each person gives me one word. I can throw those into the mix while I'm going. You got a word?
Bank.
Okay.
Holler.
Dragon fruit.
Bro, my name is CJ, I just hope you understand. I'm trying to make 100 or maybe 1,000 grand. You know I'm about to make it to the top, I understand. I'm about to make the bank, you know I'm about to stack it for the man. I'm about to grow up, you know I'm really about to show up. They wanted to take me out the box like I was just Crayola, or maybe a crayon, you know they really moving on. I'm painting pictures, illustrating, they thinking they want to yawn. Hey, you can find me at West_Smith7. Oh!
Maybe the #1 freestyle on the channel.
I ain't hear the other words though. Well, I heard crayon and
I'm trying to
Dragon.
Yeah, he did like 2
random words.
Yeah, he did
but
2.
each person gives me one word. I can throw those into the mix while I'm going.
Look,
you got a word?
Bank. He did bank and crayon. I ain't hear it.
Dragon fruit.
Bro, my name is CJ, I just hope you understand. I'm trying to make 100 or maybe 1,000 grand. You know I'm about to make it to the top, I understand. I'm about to make the bank, you know I'm about to stack it for the man. I'm about to grow up, you know I'm really about to show up. They wanted to take me out the box like I was just Crayola, or maybe a crayon, you know they really moving on. I'm painting pictures, illustrating, they thinking they want to yawn. Hey, you can find me at West_Smith7. Oh!
Maybe the #1 freestyle on the channel so far. All the gangster rappers we've interviewed that don't want to freestyle for the camera, this guy's got you beat, alright? Are there any parts that we should be exploring?
Absolutely. Just follow me. This is the cave.
Right next door, huh? Alright, so now that we're in a cave and we're getting deep, let me ask you guys a deep question, okay? Do you guys feel represented under Joe Biden?
No.
No. Do you guys feel better with Trump?
Yeah, absolutely, no hesitation.
And why?
He's a lot more there in his head. He can ride a bike. He can walk upstairs without falling, you know.
Do you guys feel proud to be Americans?
Yeah, always.
We really are free, man. I was able to quit my job working at McDonald's to become a full-time TikToker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Something
that's
that
what's
I
up.
can only imagine of when I was younger. People grow up here, and it's like there's nothing to do. You got a lot of people getting STDs. That was something that Alabama was known for. And you got a lot of drugs, like you said, that was called Meth Mountain, is because people are so bored that they have nothing else to do. So you find all these crazy things happening.
I've heard the same thing in the hood.
Man, I'm never getting too bored to the point I'm gonna be like, let me do some meth. Like, what? Never.
That they have nothing else to do, so you find all
Never
these
getting that
crazy
bored.
things happening.
I've heard the same thing in the hoods too. Is like the reason things are the way they are is partly just because kids have nothing else to do. How do you solve
But
that?
meth
I
though,
was one of those
like,
kids.
come on.
You know, I didn't know my dad until I was 20.
Meth.
My mom was always working, so I was really on the streets doing whatever I wanted to with kids that called themselves my friends. But as soon as I really needed something, they were nowhere to be found. But I was always there for them. Before that tree fell, that blue barrel that you see me in alive, I was way up there on the hill. I was supposed to stop before I came over this hill, but I came over the hill and I dropped right there.
Dude, do you have a concussion?
Probably.
I used to like get out of the house and stuff a lot, and I would run over to this place that used to be friends with my dad. This guy, he had a wife and they had 3 kids. The woman that he was married to had some kind of relationship with some other guy or whatever. He knew their schedule because he stayed over there all the time. The father would go to work normal hours in the day, you know, like a 9 to 5. The kids would get on the bus, go to
Right.
school, come back late. The mother worked a night shift. When the kids went to school, when the man went to work, and then the lady was home, he had went in the
Yep.
house, lady, shot her in the head on the bed,
Wow.
her again after she was went back in, fell asleep on the couch. School bus pulls up, kids get home, go inside the trailer. He wakes up, hey, Uncle So-so, what are you doing here? Like, I thought you left, you know, the other day. And I was like, well, where's Mama? Time passes, and the boy, and he went to his mom's bedroom door, and he said when he put his hand on the doorknob, he felt a hand on his shoulder, grab him, and turn him around, and he had a gun in his face and said, go tie your sisters up right now with this duct tape. And he said, no. And then when he said no, it pistol whipped him in the face, tied him up with duct tape. He said that he woke up from the pistol whip with his sisters right there. By this time, the daddy had gotten home. Said the same thing, Johnny, like, what are you doing here? He had led him back there to the bedroom, and then he put a gun to his back and said, let's go. And he made him open the door. He made him look at his wife, naked and dead. He had him at gunpoint, and they used to play video games all the time when the first shooting games and stuff would come out. The man said to the father, I'm going to show you how it feels to get shot in real life. He shot him 4 or 5 times in the back. The boy gets out of the duct tape, so he called his grandparents, and his grandparents called 911. He set his sisters free. At that point, the SWAT team,
Wait. So the dad killed the dude that what?
come out. The man had him at gunpoint, and they used to play video games all the time when the first shooting games and stuff would come out. The man said to the father, I'm going to show you how it feels to get shot in real life. He shot him 4 or 5 times. In the back. The boy gets out of the duct tape, so he called his grandparents, and his grandparents called 911. He set his sisters free. At that point, the SWAT team, news crew.
How? I'm confused, bro. Cause he just said, all right, the dude, right, that duct taped the kids, killed the mom and all that. He just said that he was the one. Wait, hold up. Yeah, he was the one that shot the father that came in last. He just said he was the one that shot him 4 or 5 times. And then he said after that, the boy got free and let his sister free. How? If the dude that was holding him hostage killed the father, how they... That's what I'm confused. That's the part I'm confused about. How they get free now?
The boy gets out of the duct tape, so he called his grandparents, and his grandparents called 911. He set his sisters free. At that point, the SWAT team, news crews, there was a helicopter, because he was still in the trailer.
Are you going to let the greedy heating companies and their crazy high prices decide if your family is allowed to stay warm this winter? Here's how a former NASA engineer...
Right here. We can actually walk over here and show you.
Behind these gates, the most brutal of murders and rape.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the top of this mountain and see what we find.
All right. Sounds good.
Take it easy.
Top of Meth Mountain?
We explored deep into the folds of Meth Mountain. We were able to find a man that had first-hand experience in a trailer full of an awful lot of meth. So we sat down and we spoke to him.
What got you started with the world of meth? So did you have an injury or what started the boxing?
Yeah, I wrecked my
So you got prescribed legal painkillers by your doctor.
No.
You found some from a friend.
Yeah.
Do you view meth as beneficial in your life or negative?
Yeah.
You seem like a normally functioning human. Like the average person, if they were to see you in the street, they might not.
That's what I'm saying. Like earlier when Shorty said she was off meth, I'm like, what? How? It ain't really seem like it. I thought that I don't know how meth heads act, but I thought they would you could tell or something.
What was your first hit of meth like? Can you sleep when you take meth? How many times a day do you have to do meth to feel okay? And what does a meth habit cost somebody a day? How hard is it to find around here?
200 a week.
How much meth is this on the table right now? Can you take meth and 5 minutes later walk into town and no one can tell the difference? When you first take it, what happens? How long can you go without meth before it starts to feel like an issue? Has there ever been a shortage of it? And what was that like? Can you substitute something else for meth, or does it have to be meth to feel okay? Are people lacing meth nowadays?
They lacing everything.
How do you know that the stuff that you have isn't laced?
Boy, asking them questions back to back to back to back to back, man, quick. Damn.
Do you get it from a consistent source? When you were the source, did you have people coming in and out of your house all the time? Do you see a way to get off of it? And kind of suffer through it? Do you think you can be a productive member of society on meth? For someone like me that has never tried it, would this be enough to kill me?
What you about to do, man? Nah.
Oh, you go through your nose. Can anyone get high off secondhand on this?
I would say so. Somewhat.
So get up out of there.
Good, back to the hotel. Are you sober or high now?
Always high.
Is there any message you would say to the government or to like how
that boy still saying right? I would have been back though. Like, nah, I'm good. Ain't trying to sniff none of that. Ain't having none of that.
Do you hope to get off it one day?
Never.
And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for joining.
What is it? Second? Can you get caught by secondhand smoke? Which I would say so. It's still sitting right there.